Yeah, they're going, figuratively speaking, Allison, thank you. There will be some punches thrown in this game, you know that. We are ready now for the tip of our Sonic Blockbuster from the Breslin Center here in East Lansing, Michigan. Our officials, terrific crew, Terry Weimer, DJ Karstensen, and Bo Borowski to Michigan State, sporting the 1979 championship year throwback unis here tonight. And Michigan State with the first possession of the night.
Michigan State always has a called play early on in the game. They run their first 7 or 8 plays scripted. Looking backdoor.
Xavier Tillman looking to make a play, trying to find somebody. The freshman Rocket Watts lofts it inside, and Tillman lays it in.
Not allow Cassius Winston to get the ball back, but Xavier Tillman able to get rid of it, and he is such a good cutter to the basket.
3 freshmen in the starting 5 for Duke, including Matthew Hurd, who calmly knocks down the 3. That's his first miss this season now, 3 for 4 from three-point range. And one of the subplots is that Michigan State was the runner-up school for Carey before he chose Duke. He almost wound up playing basketball an hour and a half before the game. They let him have it. Lawyer has come in.
He may just want to talk.
Duke in the early going. Duke 12-3 all time against Michigan State. 11-2 when both Mike Krzyzewski and Tom Izzo have been the coaches. Henry inside. Can't get the shot off. Bingham can.
There, Bingham's got a 7'4" wingspan. He's not as strong physically, but he is long.
Again, Tillman picks up his dribble. He needs help, and he won't get it. Knocked away by White. White gets it back, and he'll lay it in.
Well, alert backwood, just punching it out.
Jack White stepping into the starting lineup spot of Cassius Stanley, and now another steal. Trey Jones lays it in over Lawyer, and a foul is called on Lawyer as well.
Difficult position for the official to be in. Great steal by Trey Jones.
And I don't know if it was the reach with the right hand. Yeah, Lawyer actually got stepped on.
It was that he stepped a foul called. Put the official in a bad isolation. Just the pass was leading him out of bounds.
You talked about that elite game. What a game Cassius Winston had last year for Michigan State. What a move by Xavier Tillman.
Dan, that is an up and under move. People say all the time up and under means like a double clutch. That's a real up and under move.
Carey follows up his own miss. 64 points in the paint on the night. And then the breakaway layup at the end of overtime with about 1/10 of a second left on the clock to give them the victory.
Duke had 22 turnovers in that game. Great drive by Cassius down low. And the other was Jack White taking it the other way. And those are just, you can't defend runouts.
Gabe Brown into the game for Michigan State, rejected by Delorier. Now Malik Hall, who's also coming to the game, and he
pass where a player was just trying to get rid of the ball like it was a hand grenade with the pin pulled out.
Trey Jones can't get around his man Aaron Henry. Now Carey double team, spins, and draws the foul.
An area where Vernon Carey needs to improve that stripe throughout the year.
Jay Tillman has gone to the Hall with 17 points in the second half of the win over Seton Hall. He has the shot rejected. Jones the lob. Delorier with a finish.
And Vernon Carey saved a bucket with a fabulous block. That is turning defense to offense in a hurry.
Carey's really playing some great basketball. 6 consecutive double-doubles, and in fact, they've all been at least 15 points and 10 rebounds. Tough shot. A long 2 for Rock.
In the half court, they are scoring off Michigan State's offensive mistakes.
Jones uses the screen, calmly puts up the jumper, but it's a little strong, and here's Watts in transition. One-on-one with Baker, and it's a block. 1 of 2. And Carey rips. Joey Baker. A lot of height out there right now for the Blue Devils. Hurt in the post, no. Carey over Kithier for the rebound and the putback.
Now, I thought Duke was going to go on the offensive glass and took the ball right away from him.
And this is where the 2 fouls for Xavier Tillman are a major issue right now for Michigan State. Winston gets through a couple of defenders and finds Kithier for the bucket.
And, you know, with Tillman with 2 fouls, it makes you wonder how long is Tom Izzo going to keep him on the bench. Remember, Cassius Winston got 2 fouls in the first half against Virginia Tech. He didn't play the remainder of the half. And Izzo said after the game,
on Kithier as Carey kind of drew
in college. There's no right way to do it.
Hall thought about the 3, slides by Hurd, Oh, how did that not go down?
He got bumped twice. They weren't big bumps, but he got bumped on the initial drive, and then he got bumped right as he was releasing the shot. Good job by Kithier to jam up and allow his teammate to get under that screen.
Baker, nice shot fake and step in, and he's playing more.
Shot fake, and Michigan State worked on staying down. You know, don't go for fakes. Don't leave the floor until the offensive player leaves the floor.
Boy, Winston being guarded by 6'8" Jack White. Hall, and fouled hard from behind.
Finished that play, shuffled his feet just a little bit, and it might have been the carry could have fouled him too if you.
Bench as Delorier's come in.
You know, it feels up the dribble. And when Michigan State is guarding Duke, when Matthew Hurt sets a screen out top, great steal by Rocket Watts.
And a pushing in transition, and Trey Jones picked his pocket. Hurt at the other end for the slam. Boy, Moore Jr. back in and playing with a couple of fouls for Duke. Winston has had length on him all night long. It's Moore right now. Henry with a pass fake and a push on Jack White.
Now watch number in black. Coming from behind, just reaching behind. Again, almost like a defensive back on a running back to punch that ball out. Duke scoring.
Bonus for Michigan.
Pick and pop again.
Hurt. Moore, good recovery by Hall.
You can expect Duke to keep using shot fakes and ball fakes because Michigan State is going for them.
And a great dive to the bucket by
Roller Javin Delorier.
Winston got around one, can't get around two. Henry trying to get inside, finds Bingham. In East Lansing, and Allison Williams is with Draymond.
Remember me and say I was a winner, you know, and if someone says you was a winner, all those things that Cassius and X and those guys talk about, I don't know anyone who embodies those things that they're saying and don't win. You know, so I just want to be. Shizzo was, you know, the guy who taught me what being a pro was, you know, what hard work was. And, you know, for me today, he wore many hats, you know. We have a father-son relationship.
Tonight, a lot of your family here. How cool is it that
that's what it's about, you know, that shows that.
Zaza Pachulia among those who are here tonight to support Draymond Green.
Just one of the great players in Big Ten history, certainly in Michigan State history. It'd be wonderful to see that jersey retired.
Javin Delorier, his second dunk.
First they have forced, and then you add on, Michigan State has missed a ton of free throws.
Yeah, 3 for 8 at the line, including the front end of a couple of 1-and-1s. And a points off turnovers favor Duke 12-2.
Well, you had Xavier Tillman switched off on Trey Jones, going right to the basket.
So Jay White's got 3, Wendell Moore Jr.'s got 3. They're both on the bench. And now, so here, going into this year.
He'll shoot past Bruce Douglas of Illinois, played in the 80s, and then Mateen Cleaves, who won the 2000 national championship here in Green.
Carey discards Hall with ease.
And then Duke right now getting just about whatever it wants.
Well, and how about the job Carey did moving his feet out there, hedging on Cassius Winston. Tillman a very quiet, 2 early fouls. Now a rejection by Carey, who's also having a terrific night. Goldwire ahead to Jones.
It has been offense all game long.
Winston trying to go 94 feet, and he does. Onset has not taken a shot.
By Duke, they're dominating the paint. They are crushing Michigan State on the glass. And when was the last time you said that? Really about anybody.
They're doubling them on the glass, 18-9. Hall inside, and another hurt. That's the 5th block already tonight by Duke.
And Hall heard footsteps. He had the inside track and then stopped and didn't complete the play. Now a 3 by Vernon Carey on the. Not going to find a guard better off of ball screens than Cassius Winston.
He misses the shot. Tip will go, though, for Malik Hall.
Let him touch the ball. We're going to call a set. Going to double stack low, and there it is.
Over the top, Carey. Bingham with a block. Might not have the bulk, but as you said, he's got the length.
And it is hard to account for that kind of length. 7'4" wingspan.
And yet another offensive rebound. A critical last couple of minutes here in the first half. Jones keeps it and lays it in with a left hand.
Cassius Winston, and Bingham didn't go for the block shot.
Bingham, and he is fouled. Teams at the 4 spot, which is kind of, and you wonder, I mean, Tom Izzo would love to have a look
At the 4 because he's a great passer and can really shoot it. Another blow by.
Jones misses the 6-footer. Winston with a rebound, and they're running. What a pass! And what a block by Goldwire.
Boy, Michigan State has got to go up stronger because Duke is blocking everything right now, and they're doing it from behind in a lot of cases. And it hasn't all been Vernon Carey. It's been a different guys.
Hurt in the post. Kithier bothered him. Delorier gets it back, up and under, and his 3rd dunk of the night. Kithier running the floor. Goaltending, or was it? No!
It was, and it wasn't called.
Wow.
They're missing a lot of.
That's one
That
we'd
was a
like.
foul. That wasn't even close.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable to miss that. And then they missed a foul right after that. Now maybe that was to the benefit of Michigan State, but that's a terrible miss.
Cost the Spartans a couple of points. On Jones, over the top for Delorier, tipped away by Hall. Well, he's so good in traffic, isn't he? Hall for 3. And a no-nonsense rebound there from
Force down in that low post. Horn set, 2 up top and 2 in the corners. There's Carey dropping down in the post. He's wide open.
Strong move inside and a foul. We'll see. And how good
There's a guy like Marvin Bagley who had those kind of double-doubles. And how about this? I mean, Duke hangs 45 on Michigan.
Justin Robinson in guarding the ball, 1.7 to go. Watts
Didn't get it off.
and a great 20 minutes for the Duke Blue Devils. A 16-point lead over the Michigan State Spartans. Let's head to the studio.
He did such a great job defensively. And actually, the entire team did a really good job defensively. They blocked shots. They were alert. They made it very difficult for Michigan State to get anything in transition. When they did, they were able to block those away.
A nice look inside for Tillman.
Even with R.J. Barrett and Zion Williamson last year, Cassius Winston played better than anybody. He was the best player on the floor in that Elite 8 game. 20 points, 10 assists, only 1 turnover.
Over the top to Bingham. All of that.
College game off a ball screen and snaking through it and then making a play. If you help up, he throws it up to the rim.
Not the biggest, not the strongest, not the fastest, but among the best. Bingham called. That was a great look. Carey back to the free throw line. And
Eating that contact and putting the official in a spot where they, but there was pressure on Brown, couldn't see in there. And Tillman's got to touch it in the low post.
Tillman touches it up top. Now Rocket Watts.
Now he rolls to the bucket. There it is.
Spins and gets the bounce.
Different, at least a little bit of life on the Spartan end.
Can they get stops? Offense looks much better, but can they slow down Duke at this end? Jones lost it.
Smart play by Tillman not to foul. He got caught on him on a switch.
Winston for 3.
It was all Duke.
A 9-1 run for the Spartans in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Good position for Carey.
What a strong move. A great drop step.
Again, nothing overly flashy, but is in overtime about a week ago, and then they beat Winthrop by 13, but lost Cassius Stanley to an injury in that game. The good news is it appears, good news for Duke is it appears the injury is not as serious. Telling us at shoot-around today that they might even get him back Friday at Virginia Tech. If not then, though, they've got a pretty long break for exams, and they should have him back before the turn of the new year for sure. And again, Michigan State's just course benefit the V Foundation.
How do they get all those? How do they get all those guys to wear one pair of shoes?
Baker banks in a 3.
Throw missed, and Michigan State worked on free throw blockouts in practice today. They do that quite a bit, but worked on it in practice today. Then they give up an offensive rebound that leads to a 3 that's banked in.
Good this year. Aaron Henry's got to be really good.
Well, he's good. He had a decent first game against Virginia Tech. He had 18. Then he put up 14 points against Georgia. He did not play well against UCLA.
Tough shot. And it'll go. Joey Baker in 5 minutes of action tonight off the Duke bench.
Tillman's got to get in the post.
Hall finds Tillman for an easy 2.
That's him.
Baker looking for help, finds Jones, 10 to shoot. Hurt for 3. Boy, and at 6'10", he can get
Catch. He can't move until he catches it, which is what Malik Hall did. He was just slow to react.
Hurt 15 against Stephen F. Austin, 20 against Winthrop, and 8 so far tonight. Trey Jones, by the way, is an assist away from a double-double, and there's over 14 minutes still to go. Hall banging with Hurt and making it count. Nice drive there by Hall.
And they're unable to complete those. Setting screens and rolling hard to the basket. That means somebody's going to have to come from the weak side to pick up that roll.
And did Tom Izzo just get a warning for being out of the coach's box? Or
I think he got a technical.
I think he got a technical. I think you're right.
You know what? I don't blame him. It's worth it.
For arguing for too long about too many things. You actually see him at one point look down right there to see if he's out of the box, and then the technical happened after that. Last year with Zion Williamson, R.J. Barrett to improve his shot. And how big has it been for Duke, and how big will it continue to be for Duke, Jay, that Trey Jones is back for another year of college basketball?
You can get any great player to stay. That's a coup.
And right
what
on
a
cue.
Play.
That decision was the loss to Michigan State in the Elite Eight game. He feels like he has some unfinished business here at Duke. He said that was part of it. It was also his health. He needed to get healthy. He had some things he wanted to work on, but that loss factored in.
Can really hurt Duke is down in the low block.
Tillman sits down. Bingham is back in, and Carey has returned for Duke.
Good
Bingham
pass.
is wide open.
That was a great pass by Malik Hall.
Marcus Bingham Jr.'s got his first 2 made threes of the season here tonight, and it's a 12-point game. Carey and DeLaurier out there together right now for Duke, and again, they've got no answer in.
D'Angelo Russell played for the Buckeyes under Thad Matta, and Ohio State has a really good team. They are deep. They've got good guards. And Caleb Wesson is a different player.
4 for 4, 10 points on the night. Or make it 9 points. That was a long 2. 4 for 4, 9 points on the night in about 9 minutes of action.
Well, he can make shots. What a pass. My goodness. He won't get an assist. And that is spectacular. Just delivers it right on target. Throwing it right past the outstretched arm and leg of Cassius Winston to Vernon Carey on the run.
Well, remember, you said you
will be recognized. Yes.
A lot of scoring here in the second half. 23-22 Duke in less than 9 minutes. Goldwire with a steal and a strong finish.
A dribble handoff. He was able to reach in, knock it away from Kyle Arns, and more offense coming off of Duke's defense.
And Goldwire, certainly a trusted player for Mike Krzyzewski at the defensive end. Remember the big comeback in front of Jones. Still plenty of time. Vernon Carey looks like he's getting that right leg looked at on the bench right now. Jones draws a double team. 3 to shoot. Baker. Another one.
And he did it. Good execution at the end of the clock.
I mean, what a development this could be for the Blue Devils if Baker continues to earn the minutes, do the other things well enough that he gets the time, and to shoot the ball like he's been shooting it. What a back white.
Well, you thought early in the season it might be Alex O'Connell that created, gave that shooting to Duke. Geez, just way too easy. Cassius Winston went down. Those turnovers for touchdowns. It's one thing if you throw the ball out of bounds, it's a turnover so you don't get a shot. But if you turn it over and the other team gets to take it for a layup without a ton of pressure on them. So here comes a high screen by DeLaurier. That's got to be something.
It winds up as an open 3 for Jack White. Guy's dealt with a lot of injuries during his time here in East Lansing. He's gone to the bench. After a switch, White is on Winston, and Winston will try to drill a 3. Hall skies for the rebound and is fouled.
They might have to bring 2 or 3 guys in here.
12. The Big Ten has won 5, and there have been everybody in the Big Ten is playing. Everybody in the ACC except for Virginia Tech is in the challenge this year.
See, Carey was given the ball in the middle of the lane, but it was too high. That allowed a double team to come to him, wound up turning it over as a result.
Tillman to Hall for 2 more, but they can't get stops. And trading buckets not good enough right now for the Spartans. A foul there on Rocket Watts.
Can as a defender.
He knew coming into the year he would be asking more.
but he is shooting a better percentage from the free throw line, from three, and he's far more aggressive.
Nice look. Brown gets the three off. Tillman.
One of the few times he hasn't finished the play. Tillman was wide open. I mean, Hall needed to give him that ball. He beat Carey down the floor, didn't get it.
Winston gets a switch. Driving on White, blocked from behind by Carey. Get a timeout at the next whistle, the under 8 media timeout. Carey, the long miss, slow to get up and grimacing again. Winston. And another block, this time by Jack White.
But Jack White is an excellent
Dribble alive, shovel pass off to Tillman.
Missed it all.
Yep. There's some tired players out there both ways right now. This guy's not one of them, though. Jones called for the offensive foul.
Anthony is a great talent as a point guard. You know, averaging close to 21 points a game. And
one on Trey Jones.
Hold the ball, but they are going to certainly take their time when they have it in a half-court set. And then as they get down to about 13, they'll call something and get into it.
And both of them point assist double-doubles. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
Great tip for East Lansing, but I've not seen people file out of a game here with under 5 minutes to go. I mean, this place is starting to, people are heading for the exits. It's a little surprising.
Heavily hyped game, obviously, here in East Lansing.
Everything.
Which is pretty impressive, again, considering how
players like Xavier Tillman's a junior, Cassius Winston's a senior, but everybody else they've got is either first year young or first year in their role young. So they're not anywhere near what they're going to be, nowhere near it.
Carey back into the game, 2 more. He's got 26. Look at him sliding out there on defense. They're slowing down Winston.
You know, Dan, when you look at the landscape right now, there've been a lot of results.
Lively night back in the studio as we
sophomores, and Anthony Cowan's one of the best point. Henley is injured, but Javin DeLauria came off the bench. He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of blocks, a couple of steals. He's been very, very good. That lift that both he and Jack White gave this team was really important.
Wow. And the Stars, Jones gives him 20 points to go along with 11 assists.
3 steals. He's turned it over a few times, but he's really controlled.
Hurt. And lays it in. Easy bucket for.
Just lift everything up and then open up some space to get to the basket.
Nice look over the top.
He's got the one spot now. And it's not a question of deserving it. They deserve it, but I don't think anybody's going to keep it for all. Double team the post, and Kansas turned it over 28 times. They looked really good in Maui, but they rely so much on Azubuike and Dotson to score for them. Good
nice
pass.
Look. Tillman finds Henry. Aaron Henry's first
pull from his coaching staff on how he needs
a key veteran presence of Langford. But still a lot of pieces, but the rotation continues to evolve for Michigan State.
They'll be there in the long run, but they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah. And Big Ten is good. Maryland's good. It's good league.
There's going to be a lot of challenges in the league. But to come in here and beat Michigan State by double digits, that's quite a statement in your first true road game for a lot of these freshmen.
Most points allowed as Duke beats them 87-75 in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. Great nights for Trey Jones and Vernon Carey Jr. as Duke goes to 8-1 on the season. Big Ten and ACC now all knotted up at 4 apiece here with the Challenge. For Jay Billis, Allison Williams, and our crew, I'm Dan Schulman. Thanks for watching. Time to go back to the studio.